thank you again for being here, for listening in, and for watching. Today, Adama will speak about how to shift into new realities. How can we get from here into our own heaven on earth and into heaven on earth of this existence. So his light activation today will be creating heaven on earth, and he will allow for us to learn a little bit step by step things that we can do in order to shift easier through these times and to shift into new realities. This is going to be very interesting. Yes, indeed. And with that, we begin now to create sacred space. So I invite you now to close your eyes. You can put your hand on your heart. We now invite, with all our love, the presence of our brother Adama of Telos, Archangel Michael, all the angels and archangels, all the ascended masters, all our galactic families and friends, our families and friends in Telos, the elementals, the Devic kingdom, the crystal kingdom, the plant kingdom, and the animal kingdom, and all those that walk with us and that watch over us. And may this visit today be of the highest light, the highest love, the highest inspiration, and the highest good of all that is. So be it. It will now take a couple minutes for Adama to fully integrate, and in that time I invite you to allow for the energies to come in. Greetings, beloved brothers and sisters. We send you our utmost love from the heart of Telos, dear ones. We are most pleased to have you all here with us today. What a treat it is to connect with your wonderful spirits and with the wonderful light of your life streams in this now moment. Yes, indeed. For this time and space right now, we allow for you to suspend time and to tap into your creatorship, dear ones. Yes, indeed. There is so much shifting around you and reorchestrating itself, collapsing within itself and recreating itself. At split seconds of your time measurements, worlds are being created and collapse again and recreated. Yes, indeed, dear ones. It is of utmost importance now that you, dear ones, realize that you are shifting and shifting and shifting with every breath you take, dear ones. Every moment of your lives, you are shifting and shifting and shifting. You, dear ones, are creating new worlds every time you realize a new preference of your experience, dear ones. It is the new preference that will bring you into the new experience. What it is you prefer will create, dear ones. Dear ones, first of all, we have said many times that you, each of you, are creating new realities. So So as you are standing here in this now moment, you have an accumulation of preferences of your experiences. You know what you want and you know what you do not want by the measurement of your experiences. You have the history of your experiences. Everything you experience, you sort it immediately into what you want and what you do not want. So there it is in front of you. You have all your experiences, and then it is up to you which of your experiences you want to pursue and strengthen in its intensity of this experience, you see. So when you have something you do not want, and it is right there in your history of experiences, maybe something that you looked at, or something you heard, or something that you really have experienced right in it, where you had an interaction with something or someone. So the history has been created. You have your set of preferences and non-preferences. And then it is up to you when your thoughts begin to enter your consciousness of each of these historical points, you see. Each of the preferences and non-preferences will then come into your conscious awareness. And it is up to you as the creator of this experience to say, yes, I wish to focus my attention more on my preference, on what I prefer to experience, or withdraw your attention from your historical experience of non-preference, of do not want. And then you will be capable of creating this new reality. It will literally draw you in. It is a new world that you create, dear ones. It is a new world that you create every time you make a new preference, every time you make a new choice to focus on to something specific, dear ones. This is creating such as a copy of a world that you are standing in this moment right now. So you make a copy, and then you make another copy, and you make another copy, and you follow that trail of copies that you are making, dear ones. And with each copy, with every moment of your lives, that you are picking and choosing preferences, or perhaps subconsciously paying attention to what you do not want, it will make copies just as well, dear ones. So each of them either draw you into the copies of a new world, either in one direction or the other, dear ones. And in each copy of each of your worlds, dear one, everything is in it. Every person, every situation, everything that you wish to create is in it. Just slightly amended, slightly changed, slightly different, dear ones. The more you are connecting to your preferred world that you wish to create, the easier your transition or travel will become into the new copies of your worlds, dear ones. There are billions and billions, an infinite number of worlds that are being created every moment, dear ones. And everything is in it. You see, that means the improvement of any situation is the potential in each world that you create. So it is not the world that needs to change around you. It is you that needs to change their vibrational frequencies and their preference and their withdrawal and sending of energies or focusing of energies into your preferred reality. This, dear ones, is the key of your manifestation that you always wanted, of your heaven on earth, dear ones. Right now, you're still in your practice rounds. You're still dabbling and experiencing and feeling out what is working for you and what is not working for you. The more you concentrate on your preferences and on what makes your heart sing, dear ones, the easier it is to put more of your experiences in your historical accumulation of preferences, dear ones. Then, with the momentous time of December 21st of 2012 of your year, dear ones, then there will be the incredible influx of energy. It will be coming from outside of this earth and from the inside of this earth. And it will intensify all the accumulations of all the historical preferences that you have accumulated and non-preferences, dear ones. So if you begin now to connect more with your preferred worlds and less with what you do not want, the less will be in your historical escrow, so to speak. When the time comes then, on this date, on this magnificent date in December, dear ones, that is then where the time of limitation will come to an end and the time of expansion will begin, dear ones. This will be most momentous. It will be very intense, dear ones, as it will then bring each of you who has more than 50% in their preferred outcome or in their preferred historical escrow, they will go in one direction, and those who have focused too much and too long on what they do not want and have that in their historical escrow, they will intensify that experience then on that date as well, and they will have the chance to learn it anew, how to create heaven and earth. So this is very important right now, dear ones, to understand as of right now what you can already do in order for you to create heaven on earth. This is what is meant by that, dear ones. As you are in this experience, dear ones, allow for your joy, for your happy experiences, for what feels good, for what feels right, for ease and flow to enter your life and to be that in that moment and to begin to raise your vibrational frequencies by continuing to choose your thoughts and align them with your preferred choosing of the reality, dear ones. Does it make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes.
Indeed. Now, dear ones, how do you do it? How can you shift into those worlds that you want? How can you make those steps and leaps into the preferred reality that you wish and that you desire to experience? Let us first perhaps select an example for you, dear ones. Let's say you wish to lead an abundant life. Now, we wish to give you this example perhaps if you are having a relationship with someone, or if you have a friend. It doesn't matter. Someone that you correspond with on a regular basis. That is in your reality, dear ones. Now, let's say in your set of preferences, you have a fully abundant life. Abundant in friends, abundant in health, abundant in financial freedom, abundant in everything you need, abundance in support, abundance in creation. Everything is your preference. Let's suppose the other person has focused their attention for a very long time on the opposite of abundance and is continuing to bring that up because it is in their vibrational escrow, it is in their emotional escrow, all the focus has been paid to this escrow. And you are here knowing that truthfully your reality is preferred to be one of abundance. But here is the other person that keeps reminding you of the opposite of it. What can you do without compromising your vibrational frequencies and your path of stepping into the world of abundance? It is very simple, you see. If you continue to pay attention to the world that the other person is creating, perhaps subconsciously, I'm sure not willingly, but sometimes it is a habit at times or conditioning of the person, the less you pay attention to the world that the other person is creating, the easier it is for you to create your world. And what do you know? the person that you know might be in your world as a copy, as a version of the person from right now, do you see? And this version is an improved version, and it is in a higher vibrational state, and has understood perhaps abundance, and feels abundant, and begins to live abundance, you see. So the less you pay attention to the worlds everyone around you is creating, and you focus more attention on the world you're creating, you will continue to either have the person in a better version of themselves in your world, in your copy of your world, or perhaps you at some point prefer not to have this person anymore in your reality, in your copy of your world, you see. Either way, you have the option, you see, and that means that this other person does not need to change. Only you are in control of what you are paying attention to, and what you are creating, and what you are putting into your escrow of preferences, you see. This is very easy. Continue, no matter how the world around you reacts, to remain within yourself. Remain focused on what pleases you. If there are any images that you remember that might continue to make you feel good while the other person is perhaps speaking or interacting with you, at some point, this high vibrational frequency will have an incredible impact on the other person, you see. Either the other person is shifting their energy naturally, and eventually the conversation might turn to a better one, or the person might not be able to remain in your vicinity, because you stand in your center. You are standing in your center, in your vibrational center, dear ones. This is most important, to remain in your vibrational center now more than ever. Now more than ever, there is no compromise anymore. If this is what you wish to experience, if what you wish in these incredible times of shift, to learn your true self, your true ascended masterhood, if you truly wish to graduate from this playground here, from this school of experience, from this school of limitations, you see, if you wish to graduate, this is one way to accomplish it, you see, to remain in your focus, in your energies, in your escrow of preferences, and understand that everything is becoming much easier now in the way it is shifting and is coming to you, dear ones. There are so many blessings, and within you, dear ones, we can already see this incredible vibrational escrow that you have formed and accumulated within yourselves. Now it is up to you to tap into this well, into this fountain of energy, into this incredible support for your co-creation, dear ones. This is what truly will bring you further. Continue to be in charge and be in control of what you allow in your awareness, what is entering your awareness, what is drawing your attention to your preferred world or to your not preferred world, what is it that reminds you of. You see, whatever you see around you, whatever you read, whatever you watch, whatever you hear, understand that it is now up to you. You are in charge. What you are selecting to add into your escrow of preferences, dear ones, because then in this very momentous and important time and day in December on the 21st, you will be capable of riding this incredible wave and to be on your path to heaven and earth, dear ones. And it might be in this world, it might be in whatever world that you prefer, dear ones. You are the master of your experience. You are the captain of your ship, dear ones. You are the co-creator of your experience. And your soul, the source that is coming through your soul and that is coming through your physical vehicle, is being allowed more, you see. You are releasing more and more of the resistance that you had accumulated throughout the ages. You are letting go, and whatever it is you can do to let go, go ahead and let go of all the weights that you have accumulated, your emotional weights, like bags of sand on a hot air balloon, dear ones. Allow for these weights to drop. Release them and immediately pay attention to what it is you want to experience. This will be most incredible because we can see it already. We can see it coming together, you see? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We now, dear ones, wish to invite you to an incredible meditation and co-creative process already, where you will be capable of connecting with the source within you, and then to give yourself a little forecast, to give a preference for yourself of your personal heaven and earth. Would you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed. With that, we invite you now to close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Bring your awareness inside now, into your heart center. See, feel, and perceive within you the incredible light coming from your heart center, bursting outward. You are now able to bring your awareness upward, and you are connecting now to a wonderful golden beam of light coming from above. You are now, dear ones, connecting to that source of light, and it feels wonderful. And you begin to smile inwardly. And you now are connecting downward into the great crystal of Mother Earth. See it as a wonderful silvery beam of light. Now, dear ones, we wish for you now to see a beautiful screen in front of you, like a projector screen or a video screen. This projector screen now says at first 2012 and beyond. And you are now walking towards this screen as it is a screen of light, and you are capable of walking right through this screen. And there you are, heaven and earth. Now, dear ones, look around. What do you see in your heaven and earth? Who are you in this heaven and earth? What kind of person have you become? How do you feel? What does your body feel like? Now you begin to walk around in this beautiful heaven and earth. Who else is there? What does the landscape look like, dear ones? Are there cities? Are there towns? What it is that you do? What is your work? How do you work together with others? Do you travel, or do you remain where you are? Are there animals? What kind of plants are there? How do you feel? Now, dear ones, take everything in, breathe everything in. And now, dear ones, you step back through this screen of light and you fold this screen of light, you fold it up and you put it into your heart center and you allow it to expand within your physical body, within your energy field, dear ones. Welcome back, dear ones. Open your eyes. We now are looking forward to your wonderful, heartfelt questions, dear ones. Yes, indeed.
First question. Can you tell us about how sound and light are used for healing in the ascended realms?
What a wonderful question this is, dear one. Currently, dear ones, you are already using sound in some ways. You are currently using sound to alter your state, to alter the vibrational frequencies within your being. Sometimes you hear a sound and it makes you sad. Sometimes you hear a sound and it makes you happy and joyful. Sometimes you hear a sound that is within you. It is ringing in your ears, dear ones. And that is altering your vibrational frequencies as well. Now, dear ones, sound is changing the way and the speed the molecules are moving and spinning, you see. The way the electrons are spinning around the atoms, you see. And this can be adjusted and used in any which way you wish, dear ones. When a body is sick, it is not healthy, the electrons are spinning around the atoms slower. There is a limitation in a moment placed upon the number of rounds, so to speak, the RPM of the electrons around the atoms. Then, dear ones, when we see something like this, we are capable to then, with the right frequencies, with the right adjustment, and most importantly, the vibration of our hearts and the love vibration, which is the highest vibration there is. It has the highest number of RPMs, as you would call it. Then, when this is applied to the whole of molecules with love, it then changes the number of RPMs, obviously, and they're spinning higher and higher and faster, which then allows again the process of expansion to take place. You see, we in the higher dimensions, in the infinite higher dimensions, dear ones, we continue to adjust the number or the amount of RPMs, or the number of RPMs of all our molecules, of all our energetic beings, in order to raise higher and higher, in order to shift to our next dimensional experience. You see, it is the ladder effect, so to speak, where as you are shifting up and rising up in your dimensional experience, so do we. Every single individual that is increasing their vibrational frequencies, everything is felt throughout the entire universe, throughout the entire experience. And the more you are raising up in your vibrational frequencies, the more you are lifting up everything around you, everything around you, everything around you, dear ones. And it is determined by the thoughts you think and the emotions that you feel and the actions that you take, dear ones. Then if you wish to increase the molecular structure or the RPM of your electrons that are running around your atoms, dear ones, it is very simple. Whatever connects you in your experience to love and to joy, to these highest of frequencies, the more you invite this into your experience, naturally, these cells and atoms and molecules, they have no other choice as to expand and to renew themselves and to be filled with light and to allow then for your DNA structure to change. It already is changing, dear ones. All of you might feel already the different physical symptoms, which you do not even have to pay too much attention to because it's all a good sign. It is a sign, an indicator that your vibrational frequencies are shifting upward more and more, and the renewal process of your cells has begun, and the DNA change is taking place. The rewiring of your brain structure, dear ones, is taking place. Your entire nervous system is being upgraded, dear ones. So go on and connect to those things that please you, that bring you joy. Speak words that are pleasing and that are joyful. Connect with things that bring you joy. Why? Why? To raise your vibrational frequencies. It is very simple. What goes in comes out. The more you feed yourself with things that please you, that make you happy, that are joyful, the more you increase your vibrational frequencies. It works the other way around too. The more you pay attention to the worlds of others that are not very beneficial, that are not happy, that are not joyful, then you lower your vibrational frequencies again, which is an adverse effect to what you truly want, dear ones. So pay attention to what pleases you. And you can make diligent efforts in your nighttime before you go to sleep to raise your vibrational frequencies even further. Because your nighttime is a wonderful opportunity for your physical bodies to align yourself with the source within you. Purely with your intent. State your intent to be upgraded, to be adjusted to the higher frequencies of light. And when you wake up then in the next morning, you will have accomplished this goal. Yes, indeed. So yes, we always use sound and frequencies, which are the basis of creation, dear ones, in order to expand this experience. Yes, indeed.
Next question. Can you say when Mother Gaia Earth will transition into the 4th or 5th dimension?
She is already transitioning, and if you would ask her what reality she has created, she is well on her way to shift in her reality of ascended planetdom, so to speak. Yes, indeed. She is well on her way already. It always depends on the vantage point that you're in. Which world are you in, dear ones? Indeed.
Next question. Is it true that this agreed on polarity experience here on planet Earth is really an experiment of holographic light? And in order to key out of this dense low vibration realm, we need to find our joy, bliss, and merriment in order to raise our frequencies to escape this dense matrix.
Well, it is an interesting choice of words, to escape. Don't you think? If you think about it, your soul had begged to be in this wonderful school of limitation. Begged and qualified for it too. As it took only the highest vibrational frequencies of souls that were allowed to incarnate in this time and to be in this incredible school of mastery. Yes, indeed. You wanted to obtain your masterhood, because then as you go on in your experience, this you got. This experience you got, dear ones. Again, it is a question of focusing. If, of course, you focus your awareness on this being a very heavy experience, it is also hard. It is also heavy, and I want to escape from this reality. Yes, indeed. The limiting experience will be yours. Indeed. Now, of course, if you continue then, however, to shift your awareness and to see it differently, you will allow for your soul, for your being, for your physical incarnation to connect with the new reality, with this copy of this earth where everything is easy, dear ones. Where your dream of heaven and earth is a reality. This time with your physical vehicle, which is incredible. You see, not only you are learning from this experience, not only you are taken through this school, or took yourself through this school, and you are remembering what you already knew, because you brought with you all the knowledge about creation. You brought everything with you within your DNA structure, and it is awakening now, dear ones. It is your little cheat sheet, you see, as you're going through this experience of this masterhood. You're getting your bachelor's degree, so to speak. So now, dear ones, not only you are learning, you are also teaching other civilizations that are on a similar journey. And they're learning from you how you are doing it. This planet here is one of the most dense planets, the highest degree of limitation in this universe, you see. And yes, you wanted to participate in this experiment and see how far you can take limitation and how far then you can experience expansion. Yes, indeed. You see, and now you are already this example for other civilizations that are able to learn and that are seeing, gosh, if they can do it, we can do that too. We can experience the expansion again. Yes, indeed. You see, this is a hub here. This planet, this experience is an hub. It is a hinge almost, that where all the universe is looking upon to see how humanity will manage to rise above and to bring this planet into the light, to become then a member of this galactic community, dear ones. You see. And it will, because in a mass consciousness, the desire is there within everyone, fully aware or not. It is within their souls the desire to become again an integrated part of this galactic community, you see. And therefore you said, well, before you incarnated, let's do this together. I will have the strongest assistance by my side, and I will incarnate into this physical body. I will experiment myself how far I can take this, and then you will lift yourself out of it. And that experience no one can take from you, dear ones. Yes, indeed.
Dear Adama, could you please clarify the energy of surrender and the power of our thought in the coming time?
We would like to address the person directly, may we?
Yes.
Oh, there you are, dear one. Would you like to give us an example? What you meant with this question?
An example is a situation which I'm going through, and I feel that I know the meaning of surrender, but in the reality, there is sometimes an obstacle in my heart, really to feel and connect, to make this experience. So sometimes it's functioning, and from time to time I feel there is somehow like you said before, a veil in the heart, which might be eventually still lifted.
Dear one, we would like to recommend for you and for everyone else who has a specific goal in mind, and perhaps it is not coming very easily to you, a specific outcome, and you might have moments where your resistance drops. You can also call this surrender, where all of a sudden you connect to the source within you that knows the positive outcome or the fulfillment or the creation of your desired objective. You see, it is very simple. As you go throughout your life now, dear ones, you have perhaps with this specific experience times of deep knowing that everything will be all right. All is well. Everything works out. Things always work out for me. There is an ease and flow with things. Ease and flow. And then there are moments where your mind goes to a million questions why it is not working. Several thoughts. What is it that you can do? Do the action. And it is an action that is based on the resistant thought that says I have to do something just to make myself feel better. And it is not very connected to the source within you. What we would recommend to you, dear ones, is in times when you feel it becomes tight within you and you don't feel it going anywhere, and you have the millions of questions and the millions of things that you could do, but you don't know what to do. When you have that, go back, distract yourself, because that vibrational frequency is one of limitation. And if you take action upon the frequency of limitation, the result will be one of limitation. If, however, you wait and you gradually shift your vibrational frequency and your emotion, your feeling, back into one of, well, when I look back, things always worked out for me. Sooner or later, it worked out for me. Or anything, ease and flow is a wonderful mantra. Ease and flow. Ease and flow. Do not think about the specifics of your outcome, but very generally, continue to remind yourself, ease and flow. Breathe. And you are in the expansive energies. And then all of a sudden you have a thought that you wish to act upon. Then take action. Continue ease and flow. You see, the thought of limitation might have been activated for quite a while. They might find you occasionally, out of the blue, without you even thinking about it. All of a sudden, that door opens to that limitational thought. But the more you close that door to that limitation, and the more you open the door to the expansion and to the fulfillment of your desire, the less active that thought will be, and the more active your expansive thought will be, and will find you. As you then go around throughout your day, that thought will find you. Ease and flow. Ease and flow. Things always work out for me. I remember a time, this and this and this example, it worked out for me. I know it's all for my betterment. It's all for the better. I know it is. The timing will be just perfectly. It will be perfect. I know it is. The universe always knows how to arrange things. And I know in my new world, in my world, it feels wonderful. In my world, there is ease and flow. Ease and flow, dear ones. So it is a conditioning of how you wish to keep activating your expansive thoughts, your preference, or your limitation, and your do not wants. So it is a habit that you will be capable of mastering, and gradually, the key word is gradually, you're shifting your vibrational frequencies, and you go about your day, and hopefully you distract yourself with other pleasant things, so you don't have to think about it, until you've shifted your awareness more and more to the world that you wish to be in. The world of preference and the world of wanting with ease and flow. Yes, indeed. Indeed, dear one. Next question.
What exactly will happen on December 21st, 2012, if anything?
We have mentioned that before already in our little speech or interaction with you, dear ones. It is an incredible influx of energy, and it is a sort of pathway that is opening up that will adjust your world to the one of a preference, of expansion, or to a world of limitation. Very simple. You are already moving towards your world of preference or limitations right now. The influx of energy will then set the tone. Your life will continue, but with much more ease, dear ones, with much more ease and flow. And many layers of resistance or conditioning will fall away, and things will become so much easier. You're stepping easier into the copies of the worlds that you have created now, dear ones. Now. You have accumulated your estro by that time. You have accumulated incredible estro of light and preference that you will be stepping in very easy. It is like a push that it will give you. Yes, indeed. So in the time, be as happy as possible. Be as joyful as possible. Block out anything that is not going into your pile of preferences, dear ones. Sort very diligently and make sure that you know exactly what you want and pursue that, and do not look anymore what you do not want. Create your worlds, follow your tugging of bliss and love and joy. Follow what excites you most, what brings you most happiness. Act upon it, what makes you joyful, what you feel like doing. This is the way Source is telling you, go ahead. This is your world of preference, dear ones. With that, dear ones, we wish to conclude this very intense session, because now it is your job to integrate whatever serves you, to remember what you have been reminded of today, because deep inside of you, you know it all. We don't really tell you anything new in your subconscious, in your DNA, and now slowly in your conscious mind. Everything is right here for you, dear ones, and it will become easier and easier. We will continue to be here to nudge you and to remind you. Please call upon us in your nighttime or in your meditations. We are right here at your beck and call always, dear ones, as we are all aspects of you and you are aspects of us, dear ones. Yes, indeed, you are our brothers and sisters. You are family, dear ones. We care very much about you. We love you most profoundly, beyond your knowing. And with that, we love you, and until we speak again, we are complete. Mm-hmm.